tonight on the Chillstream. Our allies south of the border fire some shots across the bow. We celebrate the death of our enemies. And you know why? Because we're not Christians. And I learned an important lesson about the limitations of how far people can go outside their comfort zone. All of that and so much more coming back in 2 minutes. And we're back. We are live. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the Monday Night Chill Stream. It is February 26th, 2024, and there is so much going on. And so much of it is good. So much of it is positive. That this is to me going to be a very special Chill Stream. It's special in a number of different ways. Not the least of which I teased in the intro. So today, what I did, I had to drive into Queens to go meet the new manager from LA. This guy Hernandez. I sat there and I talked to him for a while, and he seems like an okay guy, but things are the way they are, and I don't know that things are going to get better or worse where I work, but fingers crossed things might suck less. Most of the guys that are in charge of dispatch and this guy that just got promoted into management, they all like the guy who got promoted to management loves me to death, and everyone else I get along pretty well. So fingers crossed things can go better, because last week was 2 weeks ago was okay. Last week kind of sucked. This week we'll see. This week we shall see, but there was nothing Saturday and a little bit on whatever Sunday. But man, there's like a ridiculous amount of stuff going on. There's so much going on that I feel like, where do I start? Where do I start? Where the do I start? Where do I start? I'm going to start arguably. Let's see if we can start at the top and just go higher as a concept. As a chill stream concept, can we start at the best news of the day and just go higher? Well, let's see. When I saw this, when I woke up this morning, absolutely, I said, you know what? Today is a special day. I should mark it on my calendar. Life on Earth is a little bit sweeter, the air a little bit purer, and the birds chirping just a little bit louder. You know why? Because Jacob Rothschild is dead. That's right. British, he's not British, banker Jacob Rothschild dies at age 87. And this is phenomenally good news. This is, if you, I mean, unless you're a homosexual communist who worships the ghost of Adolf Hitler, you got to understand that the death of central bankers peacefully in their sleep is a good thing. We should celebrate this. We should be happy that they are passing from this earth, and soon their influence will pass from this earth, peacefully and legally, mind you, peacefully and legally. But I'm thrilled to celebrate the death of the people that I absolutely fucking hate, and the people who think that I was born to be their fucking slave. And if you think that makes me a bad person, you need to go find a different chill stream, because I am never, ever, ever not going to hate those who hate me. I have no problem at all with doing that. So that is absolutely great news. That is phenomenal news. And in the meantime, like, listen, the stuff comes across my feed, tries to get me down, various different things. They're trying to put the brakes on this as much as they can. By the way, I just checked right before showtime. Bitcoin currently at 56,000. So a Rothschild dies and Bitcoin pumps from 51 to 56,000. It goes up like, I don't know, like 7% in a day. So Rothschild goes away, Bitcoin pumps for the day. You know what I mean? Rothschild dies, Bitcoin flies. I don't know how you want to say it, but this is absolutely. And you would think, well, that's just a coincidence, James. Just because Jacob Rothschild died doesn't mean Bitcoin pumped. I don't know what's a coincidence or not a coincidence. I don't have all the data, but you know what? If it is a happy coincidence, I will take it. If you would like to take it as a sign from heaven that of what you should do, you may take it as a sign from heaven as to what your course in life should be. But for me, absolutely great fucking news. And the people out there, the algorithms, what the fuck? Instagram fucking booted me for some shit. I wasn't even talking about the small hats. This was like unrelated. It was like Bitcoin content, and they booted me off fucking Instagram. I must be on like 10 fucking different lists. Don't let this motherfucker post anything. But whatever. That's the nature of, I'm gonna bounce up. I'm gonna smash up against the fucking guardrails and see how far I can push them. But in the world of bullshit and gaslighting and making you believe in shit that isn't true, we're making you pay attention to this part of the thing and not that part of the thing. We have this little news item. This happened just this morning, last night, early this morning. MicroStrategy, Michael Saylor's company, which owns 195,000 Bitcoins or whatever, their X account, their Twitter account, appears to have been hacked with phishing messages. So people, saying, hey, send us your Bitcoin and we'll send you back, whatever, blah, 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 blah. And so, you go, oh my God, they got hacked. Did they really get hacked? Remember, Elon Musk said that Twitter is heavily penetrated by the U.S. federal government. So if the U.S. federal government has a heavy influence in Twitter and it keeps getting hacked, it just keeps getting hacked. You know what I mean? Where's the cybersecurity? Where is it? Right? It gets hacked. You know what I mean? It got hacked from the same fucking data center in Utah that fucking hacked my fucking phone, and they managed to convince supposedly a number of people to send them about $440,000 worth of Bitcoin before it got shut down. But they want to present this as this thing is scary and dangerous. You're going to lose all your money. Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this. But you don't stop and think, how the fuck is Twitter, which Elon Musk says he wants to be a payment system, he says it wants it to be the WeChat of the West. How the fuck this thing gets hacked nonstop? It's like nonstop getting hacked. Who would put a nickel in there? Now, of course, it's bullshit. The alphabet agencies fucking did this. And you know, when Elon Musk does come up with whatever fucking shit coin he's gonna come up with for his fucking for X, um, he will all this will be forgotten, and anyone that brings it up will be a crazy loon. But more people understand what's going on than you know. Even people you don't think understand. Even people you think they have a very poor grasp of reality. But I'm telling you, even Reddit users have some. Well, not maybe not Reddit users, but the people who run the Reddit website, um, they now hold Bitcoin in their treasury, which means they're not holding U.S. savings bonds, right? They're not holding treasury bonds. They're holding Bitcoin. Imagine that. Imagine that. The whole world is starting to move this way. And if you understand that your job, that you were born too late to explore the planet, you were born too soon to explore the stars, but you were born just in time to destroy central banking peacefully and legally, peacefully and legally. And that, ladies and gents, is your assignment. Your assignment, if you understand your assignment, is to turn fiat into Bitcoin as fast as you possibly can. That is your assignment. Destroy these people. They're the top, the senior, you know, central banker of the planet, the guy who's been lampooned as Mr. Smithers on the Simpsons. I think it's Smithers. No, I don't know. He's Mr. I don't know. He's the bad guy on the Simpsons. I don't know. I don't watch too many cartoons, but yeah, that's a parody of actually Jacob Rothschild. So Rothschild's dead. This is great fucking news. But as I teased in the intro, there are limitations to like. There's what I thought I was doing, and then there's what I actually. I've mentioned Sports Ball Guy a bunch of times before, and Sports Ball Guy. What did I send him something? He sent me something. He was. What the F did he ask? It was going on about like the stock market or something back and forth because he's mostly a stock market guy, and ultimately, that's you know, he said to me, he said, hey, you know what? That stock, the Marathon Digital stock, he said that's going really well. Blah 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 blah. I'm going to keep it for a long time. He said maybe I should buy more of the real thing. And I'm like, wait a minute, what are you talking? You didn't buy a lot of Bitcoin, but apparently he bought like $250 worth of Bitcoin and fucking $50,000 worth of stock. And so this is me and him texted back and forth. But you see where I circled. He says, my honest question is, do I now add to that stance by grabbing some of the thing? And so, of course, you see, I answer 100% yes. But and then he's asking like, what exchange to use, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, listen, it doesn't matter to me what exchange you use. You know what I mean? But he says, okay, he says, you are my most trusted source on this stuff, if I'm being honest. And that's not because I lack sources. And then I asked him where he was in Florida. I said, are you in Miami? No, I'm in Tampa. I thought he might have been in Miami. But so here's a guy who, you know, he used to be a stockbroker. He was a golf caddy for a bunch of multimillionaires around New York City. In you know, he met Trump and all these people. He's a stock market bro, but he views Bitcoin through the stock market. Like that's what he thought was getting into Bitcoin, which is just doing what he's already comfortable doing, which is buying stocks. And I realized that's the limitations of the people. You know, man, I'm trying to get. I cannot get this idea across to people. You are very much trapped in that little world that is defined by people who hate you. What's safe, what's not safe, what you're allowed to do, what you're not allowed to do. That has been defined for you by people who don't care about you. And there's no. People have such an impossible. Was it Delta? After the meeting with the new manager, bro, they said, "Listen, we'll give you a job going back to Jersey, so at least you know you didn't come here for no reason. You can at least get the toll money on your way back." So I had to pick up a Delta JFK and drive the piece to Teterboro. One small piece, come with the aircraft. They have television in the waiting area, and television news blurb about Alec Baldwin, and is he going to be indicted, or he's been indicted about the shooting on the movie set. Big ass black dude, giant, fucking mega. And he's looking up at the screen and he's like, "No way, man. There's no way Alec Baldwin, he would never mess up his whole career and just shoot somebody." He's like, "No, that's got to be wrong." And I'm like, "What? How are you an Alec Baldwin fan?" But he's just, Alec Baldwin is rich and famous, and this guy isn't, and he can't believe Alec Baldwin is a stupid Hollywood junkie who pulled the trigger on some poor woman without checking to see if the gun was loaded. And he's like, no way, man. He's got too much to lose. And I'm like, I said, do you understand they're all junkies and pedophiles in Hollywood? And he stops and he's like, yeah, I guess, but he got too much to lose. Like, he can't just look at something. Everything has to be complicated. This guy's thinking like some conspiracy shit. And I'm like, there's nothing you can do for it. Like, I see the limitations of, I can put stuff in front of people and you're going to do something or you're not going to do something. You're going to sit there with your thumb up your ass, waiting for fucking Hitler to be reincarnated and take the keys of the money printer away from the Jews and give it to some other dudes, and you think that everything's going to be better. Like red team, blue team, when you think of whatever, the Trump versus Biden, red team, blue team, you laugh at those people, but you're no different. And I'm not kidding. You really, if you're thinking fascism, communism, oh, they're going to fight, that's red team, blue team shit. It's just two different groups of scumbags in charge of the fucking money printing. You know what I mean? I like this group of scumbags. No, I like that group of scumbags. Well, that makes you a bad person. No, that makes you a bad person. That's what you're fucking doing. You believe in shit that isn't fucking true, that was never true. Like the fucking goofballs with the fucking nose rings and the blue hair that think that they're fucking three genders or whatever the fuck they think they are. You're exactly like them. You have a different set of beliefs, right? It's about fascism and communism, or it's about nationalism versus whatever dumb shit. You know what I mean? But you believe in shit that is just as fake as I was born a goldfish, but I feel like I'm a unicorn inside. You know what I mean? That's you are this exactly the same as them. It's a different set of nonsense running around your brain, but you're the same as them. Stop playing red team, blue team. There's no such fucking thing, and there never was. So your job is whatever you think the future is going to be, usher the future in, bring the future closer by destroying peacefully and legally, by destroying central banking. And don't fuck it up, because there are people, another elite. This is an elite fuck up. I don't know that this kid was a bad kid, but this is the kid that's his name is Marco Troper. He's the son of the woman that started 23andMe, who was the girlfriend of the guy who owns Google, Sergey Brin, right? So he OD'd in college. So, that's it. You can have everything in God's green earth, every advantage, and you can still fuck it up. So don't fuck it up. Understand the assignment is to live as long as you can and turn as much fiat as you can into Bitcoin as fast as you can, so we peacefully and legally destroy central banking. Because when I tell you things aren't getting better, and I tell you that things are, not looking good, in a lot of ways, this was something even pothead Joe Rogan gets this one. I couldn't believe this one. Joe Rogan says NYPD, New York City Police Department dance team amid widespread crime makes him think of the fall of the Roman Empire. Yes, NYPD, the largest police force in America, 30-some thousand men and women in blue protecting the greatest city on the face of the earth. Their latest initiative to keep New Yorkers safe and improve the quality of life is to hire a group of Hindus to dance around, and hopefully, like literally, this is ghost dancing to make crime go down. You know what I mean? This is like You know how like the American Indians used to dance around the teepee like in a rain dance? Oh, we're gonna make it rain. And they take the little stick with the feathers on it and they go, hey yeah, hey yeah, hey yeah, hey yeah. And they try to make it rain by dancing around the teepee. That NYPD is gonna take this group around the 5 boroughs of New York City and try to make crime go down by making them dance. Like that. This is how that, you know, this is like when I say you can't make this stuff up and you can't parody this stuff, I'm not kidding. You cannot fucking parody this stuff. And that's short of what's going to happen. Overseas, we have worse things, of course. Our friends in Nigeria, the Nigerian Naira is in trouble. Imagine that Nigeria is going the way of Zimbabwe. Who'd have thunk it? Who could have seen this happening? But they are shutting down access to cryptocurrencies as their shitcoin or their paper coupon becomes less and less valuable. People turn to something else, and you know, tyrants are going to do what tyrants are going to do. They're going to try and stop you from doing anything that they don't want you to do. However, we got some dudes on our side that are not fucking around. We are absolutely we're not fucking around. Where's my man? Yeah, hold on, wait a minute. Did I show the screenshot of it? Where was the screenshot? Where was the screenshot? Here. Let's do the screenshot first. Javier Milei, newly elected president of Argentina, has proposed a bill in the Argentine Parliament or Assembly or Congress or whatever the fuck they have that would jail anyone who orders the central bank to print money to cover deficits. My man Javier, he don't play. Argentina we are not playing. Argentina is where they used to give free helicopter rides. So they had Javier at CPAC. I think it's CPAC. And his 90 seconds of Javier, and you should understand just how fucking serious this guy really is.
Argentine case is the empirical proof that regardless of wealth, natural resources, population capability, education level, or the amount of gold bars in the central bank's coffers, these factors do not guarantee success. If measures are adopted that hinder the free functioning of markets, free competition, free price systems, if trade is hindered, if private property is attacked, the only possible destination is poverty. To summarize, I want to convey a message to all entrepreneurs present and those who are not but are following us from around the globe, whether they're here or not physically. Don't be intimidated by the political caste or the parasites who live off the state. Don't yield to a political class that only wants to prolong its power and preserve its privileges. You are social benefactors. You are heroes. You are the creators of the most extraordinary era of prosperity we have ever experienced. Don't let anyone say ambition is immoral. If you earn money, it's because you provide a superior product, better price, contributing to well-being. Do not yield to the advance of the state. The state is not the solution. The state is the problem itself. You are the true protagonists of this story, and know that from today, you have Argentina as an unconditional ally. Thank you very much, and long life freedom, damn it.
So there's Javier Milei at the World Economic Forum. That's where he's at World Economic Forum, goes up on their stage and literally spits fucking fire right into their fucking face. That is our man in Argentina. That is Bitcoin's man in Argentina. And he's not really, he's not alone. We got another one. Where's the other one? This guy, I'm sure you remember him. Nayib Bukele, president of El Salvador, first nation, Central American nation to adopt Bitcoin as legal currency. This is a video, it's rather longish video, but they had him speak at CPAC. He was at CPAC. And he said, who the fuck elected George Soros to dictate laws? Shots fucking fired. If you don't think this is shots fired, this is shots fucking fired. These guys are not backing down, neither one of them. And when I tell you we are taking over the fucking world, we Bitcoiners are taking over the world. And you can stay with your gay communists, or you can wait for Hitler to be reincarnated, or Spanish Hitler, or whatever the fuck you think is gonna happen. You know what I mean? You can wait for someone to fucking scoop you up and carry you to fucking safety, but I guarantee you're gonna die starving and fucking homeless in a cardboard box on a sidewalk somewhere if you don't get your fucking mind right. No one's coming to rescue you. Stop expecting that. Start rescuing yourself. Start doing that, because they're going to offer you, this is what they're going to offer you, right? They're going to offer you a safety net. They're going to say, don't worry, we're going to fix everything. I keep putting up these things about universal basic income, right? Guaranteed income is the solution to poverty we need across America. They're pushing this, they're pushing this, they're pushing this. This hasn't gone away. In 2016, everybody laughed at that guy, Andrew Yang, right? Oh, grab the bag, you know, universal basic income. Oh, that'll never happen. That'll never happen. You see articles about it every fucking where. Everywhere. It's coming. They'll push it, then they'll back off, then they'll push it, then they'll back off. But it is coming. The money printer will run forever. They will fucking crank it up to levels previously thought impossible. Meanwhile, what do we got? We've got countries like, you know, here, this is maybe the biggest fucking news, right? In Europe, even though Europe's had fucking Bitcoin ETFs for how long? They've been sitting on their ass. Fidelity Investments and Accenture, I think it said, Accenture hosted an event where they explained to 100 European banks and institutions how Bitcoin works and how they could adopt Bitcoin. 100 bankers met in Paris to meet with the Fidelity guys, and well, I don't know who Accenture is, but to meet with Fidelity Investments to try and understand Bitcoin. This thing is fucking gigantic. It's a fucking tsunami, and it's going to wipe away the communists. It's going to wipe them away forever, peacefully and legally, of course, peacefully and legally. But I'm not kidding you when I tell you that this is fucking huge. And if you don't understand how huge it is, it's your fault. It's your inability to straightforwardly comprehend the information that's being put in front of you, right? This Van Eck, I don't know who they are. They're like one of the smaller ETF issuers. They cut their management fee, and as soon as they cut their management fee, their fucking business went up literally by 1,000% in a fucking day. Why? Why? Because let's go with let me show you I'm not going to show you the whole thing, but last week I showed a video of these fucking influencers doing tokenized real estate. Yeah, just give me a quick couple seconds with this.
This particular building is made for Airbnb only.
And this is tokenized, so people can buy pieces of this. However much they spend, they'll get that ROI on rent, Airbnb fees, all of that, right?
That's right. So that way you can diversify yourself and not have to just invest in a whole building.
That gives the flexibility to people who...
Yeah, so all the Airbnb people who don't want to pay for a full price hotel room, they want everything cheaper. You're going to make a fortune off that when you give your life savings to some fucking roided up fucking dindu with a construction hat, right, in a fucking hard hat, and they're going to tokenize real estate. Okay, well, guess what? There's another motherfucker who's going to tokenize real estate. But first, when I tell you every knee shall bend, when I say every fucking knee shall fucking bend, I'm not joking. I'm always fucking right. And here it is. This, to me, this was like fucking, not only does the fucking Rothschilds fucking die today, but I get this fucking video. This is maybe the sweetest 47 seconds of the 2024 season so far.
China obviously has its own push in the Chinese digital currency. But isn't the next logical step for you to embrace Bitcoin? Because Bitcoin obviously is decentralized. The government can't get its hands on it. What about Bitcoin with all the young people, including African Americans, who are very interested in it?
Well, a lot of people are doing it. I always liked one currency. I call it a currency. I like the dollar. But a lot of people are doing it. And frankly, it's taken a life of its own. You probably have to do some regulation, as you know. But many people are embracing it. And more I'm seeing people wanting to pay Bitcoin. And you're seeing something that's interesting. So I can live with it one way or the other. I've always liked one really powerful thing, and that's called the dollar.
Yeah. There he is, Zion Don, the bootlicker of fucking bootlickers, right? Yes. Federico Vasconcelos, welcome to the show, sir. James was and is correct. That, sir, is the observation of the evening. We're gonna, you know what? I think I can give. Can I give that a? I could actually star a comment. I don't know what it means to star a comment, but I've just starred your comment, sir. So Zion Don, right? He has to answer a question about this thing, and he's trying to pump the shit coin that is the U.S. dollar, right? And if the first off, he's got to have a Negro apparently to fucking manage him. You know, I don't know who that guy is. Some senator from whatever, right? Got to have a black guy. Like, look, I'm friends with the black people. Look, the blacks, the Africans, they love me, right? He does that shit. Like, he can't get Kanye anymore, so he's got to get whoever that dude is in the suit. And you look at the audience; it's all overweight, fucking the boomers, fucking like, you know, they're just the crowd shot of those people applauding with their fucking gigantic fucking necks like a hippopotamus. I don't know what their cholesterol fucking numbers are going to be. Those people are all walking fucking stroke victims. But I don't think Donald Trump's going to win this year. I don't think he has a chance for a bunch of different reasons. Even though they're making him look better. By the way, he's on roids. I don't know. If it looks like Trump lost weight, it's because he did lose weight. And the reason why he lost weight is because he's on steroids. He's on TRT. He's not shooting it, right? He's not spiking up with the needle, but he's on testosterone replacement therapy. It's creams that you rub into your skin and it pumps up your testosterone, and that will naturally make you lose weight and gain more muscle, even if you're sitting on the couch. Because trust me, Trump is not hitting the fucking gym. But all of those chumps, it go, oh yeah, we love the dollar. They fucking clap too hard, they'll fucking stroke out. When he loses, right, someone around him, the people around him, will figure out how to tokenize the Trump real estate empire, right? And that's what they'll do. Anything with the Trump name on it. And he doesn't even own everything with the Trump name on it. This building with the Trump name on it that he doesn't own, he never owned. You know what I mean? He sold it before they got the fucking certificate of occupancy, right? But he'll tokenize all that shit, get all those stupid fat people who live in crummy houses or fucking a trailer park. He's gonna fucking suck every fucking penny out of their fucking savings accounts. He's gonna take everything they fucking got and hand them a fucking shit coin, the Trump, whatever, the fucking Trump coin, the Trump real estate coin, or whatever the fuck it's gonna be. And they're gonna end up with all the liabilities and all the fucking expenses, and that shit's gonna go to fucking zero. And he'll die, and then, you know, whatever, Ivanka and the rest of them will fucking, you know, whatever, they'll be dancing in the fucking Hamptons on your fucking dime, on the money that those people who are true believers, they're naive, they're delusional, but they're true believers, and they think this guy's their fucking savior, and it's gonna fucking destroy them. It's gonna destroy them. It's gonna destroy their fucking children and their grandchildren. And I could show them every fucking thing. I could lay everything in front of them, but they're not gonna listen. The way I lay things in front of this fucking audience, and you're like, no. I may be a gay communist who prays to the ghost of Adolf Hitler to take the keys to the money printer away from the Jews and give it to different guys, and that'll magically fix everything. But at least I'm not listening. I will put all of this information in front of you. You have to fucking make sense of it. You have to understand what you need to do. And if you don't, well, then you don't. I cannot be held responsible for your failure to act. But yeah, Zion Don bowing to fucking Bitcoin, that was sweet. That, ladies and gentlemen, was sweet. Let's stay with American politics. This guy, I showed this guy last week. He's on the Joe Rogan show. He's some fucking hairball Jew who thinks he's fucking smart. And I talk about selective attention. I talk about the concept of selective attention. There are things you're going to pay attention to, and there are things you're going to miss. You're just going to miss. You are right on top of them. It's right in your face, and you literally don't see it. Here is a perfect example.
We still have to get whatever that cabal is out of power immediately. This could not be more of an emergency. We've seen through COVID how dangerous these people are, how little they care about our well-being, and we have to rally around whatever it is that addresses this problem. And, you know, as much as I'm not a believer that Trump on his own can do the job, I would far prefer him to another standard bearer of that cabal. The cabal is too dangerous. And I say this, as you know, I'm a lifelong Democrat. All right? This is my party that I'm telling you cannot be trusted with governance.
I'm a left. He's listen to me. His name, I don't know if it was Finkelstein or Himmelfarb or whatever, and he doesn't notice that the cabal is all Finkelsteins and Himmelfarbs. Like that he cannot see that, and he cannot see that. It is impossible for him. His eyes are telling him the truth, but his brain just can't process it. And also, by the way, not only do we have to get rid of the cabal, right? Let's get the cabal removers. Call 1-800-CABAL removers, and get them on the line right away. But it's always a unity call, right? We have to unify. Oh, unity! Oh, glorious unity! Get the fuck out of here. They don't care about us. I don't care about you. I don't care about fucking most people I meet. I give everybody great fucking advice. I tell them to do the smartest thing they could ever possibly do that'll improve their fucking life in the future. But I don't care about you. I have no emotional relationship with you. You know what I mean? I don't want someone to care about me. I want somebody like Javier Milei to say, listen, if you try to fucking print your way out of the fucking economic crisis, we're going to throw you in a fucking jail cell. I want the Javier Mileis of the world. You know what I mean? I want the naive Bukeles to go, who the fuck elected George Soros to fucking pass laws in any fucking country? Who elected this cocksucker? And these guys, both of them are hardcore Bitcoin maximalists. This is where, and what I hate about the American Bitcoin fucking communities, they're all soft ass fucking pussies, right? They're really, really soft. They're like, oh, so-and-so likes us. So-and-so's talking about us. Fuck that. I don't give a shit. We're here to fucking crush you. We're here to peacefully and legally fucking destroy fiat money, to destroy the fifth plank of the fucking Communist Party, to destroy central banking. That's why we're fucking here. We're not here for any other fucking reason, right? We're here to destroy central banking. We're here to flip everything over and start all over again. The difference is we're going to succeed where others have failed. I got a minute, 30-second video of someone. Part of this you've probably already seen. Some of it was actually new to me, but here's somebody who tried to innovate, who tried to change things, and things didn't quite go the way they planned.
You follow the technology.
You remember this interview when Hillary Clinton said, "We came, we saw, He died while she was talking about Muammar Gaddafi of Libya, and he had just overseen the construction of the Great Man-Made River, which people were calling the eighth wonder of the world. It required 1,700 miles of underground pipes, 1,300 water wells. This thing was absolutely massive. And Gaddafi famously said that we will turn the desert green, and he would offer free land and livestock to citizens who were willing to start farms. And if you got married and agreed to start a family, you would be eligible for $50,000 in loans at 0% interest. These were massive pro-Libya, pro-family policies. He was transitioning the Libyan dinar back to the gold standard. There was talk of it becoming the official currency of Africa. But of course, that would be a massive threat to the Western banking powers. And he was talking about selling petroleum in the Libyan dinar, which again would be a major threat to the Western banking powers. Because the dollar is not backed by gold, it's backed by oil, and the dollar is the world reserve currency. This is why I write children's books on the banking system. So they didn't just kill Gaddafi, they bombed the Great Man-Made River and the factory that made the pipes. But all we get from the powers that be is lies. But we can teach our kids about the banking powers. Fake news. How...
Okay, so that's the guy that writes the Cubs and Bears books. I didn't know about the Great Underground Pipeline. I didn't know about turning the desert green. I knew about backing the Libyan lira with gold. I understood, what was it, dinar, whatever it was, backing Libyan currency with gold. But I didn't know about the rest of it. So, and listen to me, Gaddafi back in the days, he was a communist. He was a communist. I remember reading in the fucking 1980s that Gaddafi was inspired by Mao Zedong, who wrote the Little Red Book. Gaddafi wrote something called the Little Green Book, because green and gold is like Islamic colors. So listen, it took this guy fucking decades and decades and decades of being there before it finally fucking occurred to him, hey, you know what? I can improve the lives of my entire fucking country, and things will go my way. Except he went too far too fast, right? After sitting on his ass for fucking decades doing stupid shit, he decided to do all the good things all at once. And not only did he fail, not only did they bomb the pipeline and the factory that built the fucking pipes, that produced the pipes, they killed him and ended whatever, broke Libya into whatever tribal warfare, right? But if you play along, you're allowed to do shit, right? Here's something I saw which was pretty interesting. Aerial footage shows insane progress and scale of Saudi Arabia's $1 trillion giga project, The Line. What is the project? The project is a city in the middle of the desert, a completely enclosed city that is one long line with like solar panels on either side, and everything's going to be enclosed. There will be no dust. Everything's going to be completely sealed in, right? It's going to be a city that's in one long fucking line, and they're allowed to do that, and they're saying, oh, this is so fucking amazing. They're allowed to do that because they are the petrodollar. They are the source of the petrodollar, and they will do exactly what Washington, D.C. tells them to do, so they'll be allowed to build their little project in the desert. But if you defy the central bankers in America, like Muammar Gaddafi did, well, you know what? They're gonna pull you out of a fucking pipe, rape you, and then shoot you in the face. So understand that, like President Garfield, like Lincoln, like JFK, like Andrew Jackson, you defy the bankers, you're going to catch a bullet one way or another, and bad shit's going to happen. The reason why we're going to win, why Bitcoiners are going to win, is because which one are you going to kill? You're going to kill Michael Saylor, Max Kaiser? Who are you going to fucking kill? Where are you going to find everybody? You know what I mean? You're going to come after me? It isn't even worth coming after me with the amount of Bitcoin I have. But this is why we're going to win. Without a central, strong figure to do this program, because this is a global thing that is decentralized, where do you hit it? Where do you how do you end it? There's no leader to finish it. And people should understand this. Younger people should understand this, but they pretend not to understand it. One guy, this is a CNBC guy, an old Irishman. He's fucking old school dude. I think he used to be a stockbroker. He's been on CNBC for like 20 fucking years, more than that even. And he just doesn't give a shit anymore. He's old and give a fuck. But he's not a stupid man. He's intellectually curious, and he's actually read a few fucking things. And here's him arguing with somebody like half his fucking age on the value of decentralized currency.
You follow the technology that starts with PORN.
It's like blaming the object itself for the nefarious behavior when it's the humans that are using that. Can you imagine the world of pain management without strong pain medicine? Look what happens when you abuse the pain medicine. But if 99% of the nefarious activities were using dollars, why don't you have the same negative viewpoint towards a dollar?
Because it has a great utility.
Because you don't appreciate the utility of Bitcoin doesn't mean that other people don't appreciate it.
Store value or
it's a store value, not
that goes up. If it was store value, it would stay one price.
No. Like gold was $300. Now $2,000. It doesn't stay at the same price. It goes up as you print more money.
It's turned out to be a great investment for those who are investing in it. I'm not saying it's a bad investment. I'm just saying
sound money.
It's not that I don't understand conceptually what's going on.
Why do you say that it has no use then, other than nefarious uses?
So that young guy, he's obviously being paid to shit on Bitcoin. Listen, welcome, come fucking shit on Bitcoin all you fucking want. Like, we are gonna love crushing you, right? We have crushed everyone who fucking denied us, everyone who fucking lied about us, every fucking scammer, we fucking destroy them. So this kid, listen, somebody behind the scenes is telling him, pretend you know, like shit on this thing. And Kiernan, who's at the end of his career and he's got children and grandchildren, but like he's an intellectually honest guy. He's like, hey, you know what? This thing has fucking value outside the United States. And I think it's starting to occur to him it has value inside the United States as well. Because your labor, the things you create that are valuable, right, should not be stolen from you. I mean, that might be a radical fucking idea. Like, no one should rob you. Whoa, mind blown, huh? Oh my, what do you mean? No one should rob me. But someone who looks just like me or says shit I want to hear should be allowed to rob me. Okay, dummy. Whatever, man. You do you. But I want to live in a world where kids don't get raped and no one's allowed to rob. Okay. That's if I'm picturing the future. If I'm picturing the bright and happy 21st century. That's the kind of thing I am picturing. Now, where is it? God damn it. I'm looking for, I had a screenshot of something and then I had a video of it. Maybe I just have the video. Oh, well. Oh, fucking well. What's his name? Sam Altman, the gay guy who runs AI, gave his blessing somehow. I don't know what the fuck the deal is, to a nuclear power plant in Georgia. And surprisingly, right after the nuclear power plant went online, this happened. Did you see how fucking deep that went? Did you see how fucking many rows that was? And all those CPUs are underwater. So not only are they quieter, they run cooler because they're literally water cooled. That's in Norcross, Norcross, Georgia. Brand new Bitcoin mine just happens to be right next to the nuclear power plant. Go figure, huh? What a fucking coincidence, huh, Goy? But that's what the future is going to be. A lot of the future that they're telling you is going to happen is not going to fucking happen. So, and this is one of my, amongst, not only just do I hate Elon Musk, but the fucking cotton candy science fiction bullshit that they tell you is coming is not fucking coming. I cannot shit on Boston Dynamics hard enough, even though I drive past their headquarters every now and then. So here's Boston Dynamics. Here's a fucking phony ass CGI bullshit. I'm going to show you the difference between, and I'm going to talk about the difference between what they promise versus what actually needs to be done. Here's 1 minute from Bullshit Dynamics. Okay, so what the fuck did you just look at? What you looked at was largely CGI. So there's some sort of box or container containing metal tubes. They're actually what are called automotive struts, part of your front end suspension. It's a shock and a spring together, and it keeps the wheels in contact with the road while you're driving, right? And gives you it smooths out the bumps in the road. In the course of that video, you see the robot's hand, and you see the item that he's holding, right? The robot's hand and the item are all both like shiny, digital looking, pixelated, like a video game. It's kind of silvery. And you're supposedly, I guess, right, seeing from the robot's point of view. It sees its own hand, and it sees the thing that its hand is holding. Okay, well, what about the rest of the picture? Like the rack that it's putting this thing in? How does it see that the way we do? Why is its hand digitized and the object it's holding digitized, but the rack it's putting it in is not digitized? You know why? Because it's all digital and it's all fucking fake. It's all digital and it's all fucking fake. Completely fake. The robot picked up an automotive strut and put it on a shelf. Oh, really? Let me show you part. This is a 58-second video. Let me show you part of what this job entails. And I know because I've had it done a number of times. Here's what it looks like for real.
You never want your strut getting into this condition here. Look at this thing, completely ripped apart and in very bad shape, even dangerous. So we're going to go ahead and replace it. We'll start by disconnecting the brake line here from the strut itself. And then once we get that off, then we can go ahead and remove the two big bolts from where it connects to the steering knuckle. I'm using an impact wrench for that if it's too tight. Then once we have the 3 bolts up top of the body disconnected, we'll pull that old piece of junk out of there. And look at that mess. And look at it here. We have the new one on the left. This is the old one on the right. You can see the top was cracked and bent. It was just completely ripped up, leaking. Put the new one in. We'll reconnect it here to the knuckle. We'll hand tighten it and then come back with an impact wrench and torque it properly. Then go ahead and attach the brake line to the new strut mount. Then come up top and torque these 3 where it connects to the body. And then we'll reattach the stabilizer link. Put the tire back on. Get this thing dropped, ready to go. Safe driving.
So you could see a Mexican guy. I don't know what what do you suppose his IQ is? 81 and a half, 68.25? I don't fucking know. But you need a Mexican guy to drive the car onto a lift or something to keep the wheels in the fucking air raise the fucking hood, take off the 3 bolts at the top, take off the tire, set that aside, all 5 lug nuts, all of that. Can the robot do that? Can Atlas, the super robot, who, if you even believe it, picked the thing up, walked 3 feet, and put it on the shelf, is that replacing struts on an automobile? And that's an automobile. Forget about fucking 18-wheel trucks. Forget about diesel fucking things. Like, forget about that. Like, just leave that out of there. Just automotive internal combustion engine. And I don't care if you drive a Tesla. It has the same suspension. So, how soon till the fucking robot can do what that Mexican guy can? Answer: 150 fucking years. It will be 100 and motherfucking 50 fucking years before a robot can get in the car, drive the car up on the ramp, make sure the wheels are off the fucking ground, remove the wheels, set that aside, or the lug nuts, set that aside, and then operate with all these power fucking tools, pneumatic fucking wrenches to disassemble the thing, take the fucking strut out. You have to take it out from the top, right? A lot of times you have to take it out from the top. Sometimes I guess you can take it out from the wheel well. But like, when is the robot going to do that? Show me the whole fucking job, both sides of the fucking car, with the robot doing. Okay, then I will be impressed. I don't want to see some fucking CGI bullshit. Robot hand be silvery and shiny. Robot thing that it's handling be silvery and shiny. Me put him on shelf him. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Robotics and AI is the biggest fucking con of the next fucking 100 years. The real world limitations are unfucking thinkable. Can the thing fill potholes? Can it clean public toilets? Right? What can it do? Like, what can it really fucking do? Can it fix a leaking faucet? What can it do? Right? It can't do a fucking thing. Right? And they're going to pour a gajillion fucking dollars into this, promising you full service luxury communism, and you will get none of it. You will get UBI, and fucking that 27-cent packet of fucking ramen noodles is going to be $6 fucking. And when something goes wrong, when Taylor Swift doesn't release her album on time, or whoever the future Taylor Swift is, whatever, something goes fucking wrong, and everybody has to loot the Walmart, you're going to be fighting some fucking crazy Dominican motherfucker for the last packet of ramen noodles. And trust me, you don't want to be fighting no Dominicans, because those motherfuckers know how to fight. You really, really do not want to be fucking with them. So the real future is 2 things, okay? One, it involves central bank dominance over the entire globe. Every now and then I talk about China. We're going to go to China. I got a 40-second China video. China is entirely a creation of Wall Street, as Russia was entirely a creation of Wall Street. The Bolshevik Revolution was financed by Jacob Schiff, a Jewish Wall Street banker and stockbroker who married into the Rothschild banking family. And they used the $20 million he gave Lev Bronstein, aka Leon Trotsky, to buy the weapons necessary for the Red armies of Russia to defeat the White armies of Russia. Okay, and even World War II kicked off, and the German army completely fucking devastated Russia to the point where there was nothing left, and America rebuilt everything, and the entire Cold War was a fucking hoax. But that aside, once the Cold War kind of died down after the post-1990s, 1991, when the wall came down, we needed to create a new phony communist utopia. We had to give, okay, those Jewish dudes, those gay Jewish dudes who are communists, they couldn't build communism. Let's try those slant-eyed yellow chopstick jockeys and see if they can't do a better job. Well, here's what's happening in China today.
China admitted that foreign investment is dead. According to state information, last year's total investment was only $33 billion. That's a 30-year low, a drop of 82%. The last time it was this bad was 1993, before China really reached its reform and opening up peak. Without foreign investment, China would never become the number 2 economy, being able to rival the United States market. This is a clear sign that China has lost the confidence of Wall Street, who throughout the years have been able to be bought with money and used as an influence on American policies. And now even they have turned their backs on the CCP. Who wants to invest into a company in Beijing when the next day the communist regime could just investigate them? That's like feeding the wolves. This is just one of the many indicators of a terrible economy.
Okay, so this kid doesn't understand what's going on. China entirely. The rise of China in the early 90s, right after the Soviet Union collapsed, right, was entirely driven by Wall Street. Was entirely driven by Wall Street. Now Wall Street is pulling their fucking money, pulling their financing from China, and China is going down the fucking tubes, right? China was never anything, despite historically, despite a number of advantages. They invented gunpowder, they invented the abacus and some paper money and shit. They never managed to fucking take over the world or even come fucking close. China is not a threat. China is never going to be a threat. Modern China, what are they going to do? Take over Taiwan? That's like me punching a fucking 3-year-old child in the face. You know what I mean? Yeah, I could win as a fist fight. I could win that fist fight, but anybody could win that fist fight, right? So China taking Taiwan, who gives a fuck? What are they going to do with it? What the fuck are they going to do with it? China is going to collapse. The people in China who are currently making a whopping 37 cents an hour in the factory fucking whatever, in the factories that make your fucking iPhone, they're going to be cut to like 17 cents an hour. You know what I mean? And what that's going to do is give America 5 more years, 10 more years of fucking gains on fucking Wall Street, right? Because the shit coming in from China is going to get cut by fucking 75% because we've just pulled our fucking support from it. When I say we, I don't mean we. Again, I'm talking about the central bankers. I'm talking about Wall Street fucking people. I'm talking about the people who go to temple on Saturday and don't eat bacon. That's who I'm talking about. And there's Shabos in Washington, okay? And their plan, by the way, AI, okay, so it's not going to run robots that are doing struck. If you want a job that's for the next 50 years, become a diesel mechanic, become a welder, learn to fix fucking cars. You will be fucking employed forever, and your children will probably be employed for their lifetimes too, because the robots ain't fucking doing shit. However, everyone else, every white collar job is going to be eliminated. Most of what AI can do and bots can do, even though they're not going to be real bots, they're going to be software bots, is white collar shit. The white collar middle class of America will be fucking wiped out, will be genocide. You know what I mean? And this is coming. How do I know it's coming? Because even black dudes can see this. Even black dudes who, and this guy takes a while for his inner Negro to come out, but it finally does come out, and I appreciate it. But here's a video clip of a guy who believes in red team, blue team. He still believes in red team, blue team. He's like a middle class black guy, but eventually the real brother comes out. So here's 1 minute 5 on the diversity perspective of what the future looks like.
Shit's getting weird. Part infinity.
In 15 seconds, should voters in their 20s plan on having to work until they're 70?
They should plan on their retirement age being increased, yes. We're going to change it to reflect more of what life expectancy should be.
Excuse me? You want people to work until they die? That's basically what you're saying. You're running for president? You already lost. You ain't reading the room, girl. You already lost. It is over before it even started for you. It's done so. It's done so. Why would anyone want to vote for you? Republican or Democrat? It's over. I don't even want to hear anything else you have to say. You want to raise? You fucking tripping.
So right at the very end, right at the end, yo, bitch, you tripping. That's the way that's what he wants to say the entire time. But he's got, within his limited belief system, he has a good understanding, right? This is the idea they're promoting. You're going to work from 20 to 75, 20 to 85. As long as you live, as long as you produce more than you consume, then you'll be allowed to exist. And if at any point you decide to consume more than you produce, that's it, you're finished. And you go, well, that's Nimrata, whatever, she's Indian. What's her name? He's like Nimrata. Nikki Haley's real name is something Nimrata, something or other. That'll never fly. Yeah, that'll never fly. Just like Andrew Yang's universal basic income will never fly, but it's all being talked about now. Like 5 years later, 5 years from now, other candidates will be saying what Nikki Haley's saying. A slightly different version. It'll be nuanced. It'll be this and not that. But you were born to be their slaves forever. And if that's the fate that you want, that is the fate that you can choose. You choose that, okay? You have the opportunity to choose something else, okay? Whether or not you take that fucking opportunity, I can't fucking help you. Like sports ball guy, he's like, yeah, Bitcoin, whatever. He buys $200 worth of Bitcoin, keeps it on his phone, and then buys whatever, $20,000 of a Bitcoin mining stock. He's not a Bitcoiner. He's not like me. He doesn't understand that we're not playing, but we are playing a game to win the planet, right? That central banking must be removed from the planet. It has to go, it has to be like dinosaurs and fucking the carrier pigeon and the dodo bird, all the shit that's extinct, all the shit that doesn't exist anymore. That is the assignment. If you choose to accept it, your mission, should you choose to accept it, is destroy peacefully and legally, destroy central banking. That is the fifth plank of the Communist Manifesto. That's what you should be doing. And you can do it in teeny tiny little fucking steps. And these teeny tiny steps will benefit you, your children, and your grandfucking children. Okay? I don't know how much more plain I can make this. If you want to stay a gay communist, praying to the ghost of Adolf Hitler to save you from the Jews and the Negroes and make the beaners and the street shitters go back across the fucking Rio Grande, there's nothing I can do for you, right? But if you think, hey, you know what? There is one living brain cell in my fucking head, and I think, yeah, maybe I want to do something different. Maybe I want to live outside this fucking world of fiat currency and central banking. Maybe I want to dare to think beyond red team, blue team, fascism, socialism. This is all fucking bullshit. It's all bullshit. It's always been bullshit. But you're going to have to step up. You're going to have to step up like Javier Milei stepped up and what's his name? Nayib, what's his name? Fucking Bukele, whatever, the El Salvador, right? And there'll be more. There'll be more. When they're icons, when they're fucking frontmen like Trump and all the rest, right, have to answer Bitcoin questions now in the 2024 cycle. Imagine in 2028. Imagine in 2028, because right now, as we fucking speak, at the time I am fucking filming this, 11:09 on fucking February 26th of 2024, Bitcoin is at fucking 56,000 and change. And its all-time high is 69,000. So where do you think we're going to go in the next couple of months? where do you think we're going to fucking go? Everything I've ever fucking said, not because I'm a genius, but because I perceive the world clearly and I think clearly. Everything I said, most of what I've said, has fucking happened. Sports ball guy even fucking knows that. Even though he can't step outside his comfort zone. He can't step outside of sports betting and fucking whatever, the stock market and shit. Like, he can't do that. He can't think I want to fucking own this thing that they cannot steal from me and they cannot inflate away from me. That's a big step, apparently, a bigger step than most people can make. Whether or not you can make it, how much of it you can make, I don't know. But if you have children or grandchildren, you should probably think of them, right? You should probably find a way to get over your fear, right? To piece by piece by piece, and imagine a brighter future. I don't know what that bright future looks like to you. Maybe you have a king. Maybe everyone marches in fascist unity towards whatever stupid shit you think is fucking important. But before any of that fucking shit's gonna happen, before any of your delusional fucking transgender fantasies happen, central banking has to be destroyed. So I hope you understand the assignment, right? Peacefully and legally, central banking has to be destroyed. I don't know. What are you gonna do, right? What role will you play, if any, right? When your grandchildren are playing in the fucking living room and they say, "Pop, pop," you know what I mean? When they say, "Grandpa, what did you do in the war against central banking?" What will you say? I sat on my ass and let other people rescue me. Your grandchildren are not going to respect you. You know what I mean? What will you say when you're fucking asked, what did you do in the cause of human freedom? What did you fucking do? Born too early, born too late to explore the earth, born too early to explore the stars, born just in time to peacefully and legally destroy central banking. Now, what are you going to do? Are you going to step up or are you going to punk out? That is a question you must answer to yourself. But before you answer that question, you must smash up the like button. By the way, I watched last week, like I had like 5 or 6 likes, like right after the show, and then it dropped to like 3 likes. The fucking alphabet cunts are still doing their alphabet cunt shit. But smash up the like button. Make the cocksucker in Utah, wherever the fuck this motherfucker is, make them delete the likes. Make them work. You know what I mean? Make them it's the first thing they come in tomorrow morning. Make them delete the fucking likes. Okay. So you smash up the like button. So you force those fucking federal fucking parasites to actually earn at least a little part of the paycheck. And by the way, the whole time up here in the corner of my screen, in the corner of my screen, I'm watching my number of viewers go higher, lower, higher, lower, higher, lower. So Norvin the Cripple has been streamed. Norvin the Cripple has been stream sniping me, as well as OB the Sperm Sucker and God knows who else. But when you're a shithead fucking parasite that doesn't have 2 living brain cells in your head, you cannot even fucking, you cannot create like any fucking thing. I can't believe that fucking the midget Mexican Nick Fuentes is like the #1 anti-Semite. Like, this guy sucks. But whatever, his job is to create domestic terrorists so the alphabet people can propose an amendment to burn the Constitution and replace it with something perfect. Trust us. We just got to burn the Constitution first. Listen to me. there are agreements between men, right? Laws are agreements between men. Behave this way, you'll get this reward. Behave that way, you'll get that punishment. This is the fucking foundation of civilization, right? Anything else is a fucking horror. It's a fucking horror. And I will make that argument to anybody, anywhere, anytime. I will fly to your country, right? And go in your parks and fucking argue with you. Whatever. I'll drive to your fucking the state you live in. I'll knock on your fucking door. You want to have a debate? Let's fucking do it. Let's fucking do it. I don't think you were born to be a weak fucking slave. I don't really think that. I don't think anybody was born that way. Whatever your limitations are, I don't know, right? But I don't think you were born to be a fucking slave. I know I wasn't, and I refuse to be. So I suggest you stop acting like one, stop thinking like one, stop believing like one, and not only do you smash the like button, smash up the like button. Have you smashed up the like button yet? Have you smashed up the like button yet? Whether or not you're going to do that, and whether or not the alphabets are going to remove that from the stream, I am looking at 1 hour and 16 minutes. 1 hour and 16 minutes, that's a decent amount of show. Anyway, with the happy news of Jacob Rothschild being dead and Bitcoin hitting a new 2024 high on the same date, coincidence? You tell me. I will leave you guys with that thought, and I will talk to you again next week. Thanks for stopping by.